stretch my hands to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you had a fantastic summer, and I know you're back at school, which for some of you is fantastic. You go see your school friends, but for some of us, school. But I hope you guys have had a great first week back at school, or just a couple of days. Very excitingly, our videos and Zoom calls are going to be linked together from now on. In our Zoom calls on a Sunday, we're still going to be playing games, having a lot of fun, but we're also going to discuss, talk, and ask questions surrounding the previous Sunday's video. So, before each Zoom call, check out our YouTube channel and see what topic the video is covering, so you can get ahead for the next Sunday. For the next 2 Sundays, some of us are going to be sharing our favourite accounts from the Bible with you, and today I'm going to be kicking that off. So, let's get stuck into today's video. I'm going to begin by reading from Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 31. So go grab your Bibles, and if you haven't got yours close by, pause the video now and go get it. Okay, so Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 31. So this was just after Jesus had fed the 5,000 with a couple of loaves of bread and 2 fish. Immediately, Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowd. After he dismissed them, he went up on a mountainside by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone, but the boat was already a considerable distance from the land, conquered and battered by the waves because of the wind against it. During the 4th watch of the night, Jesus went out to them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. "It's a ghost," they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid." "Lord, if it's you," Peter replied, "tell me to come to you on the water." "Come," Jesus said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began to sink, crying out, "Lord, save me." Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. When I read this account of Jesus and Peter walking on the water, it gives me goosebumps because I see myself in Peter's shoes. I see the confidence and the hope at the very beginning when Peter calls out to Jesus saying, "If it is really you, then call me over." He was probably hoping that he could be calling Jesus' bluff, that Jesus wouldn't respond. "Yeah, come on over." Peter began walking on the water, which is crazy. Have you ever seen somebody walk on water? Hands up, I've never seen that. But as soon as he took his eyes off Jesus, that's when things started to go wrong. I take 2 things away from this. Firstly, that whenever I stop focusing on Jesus and my relationship with him, stuff becomes hard and challenging. I'm not saying everything with Jesus is easy, but he helps us and he carries some of the weight when stuff gets hard because he loves us. And secondly, Peter began to walk on the water because of the faith that he was putting in Jesus. As soon as he took his eyes off Jesus and his faith on Jesus and looked at the wind and the waves, he started to panic. How often would you say when a challenge comes your way, you would turn to others around you, like your family or friends, for support? Well, Jesus is there too. When we put our faith and trust in him, we can walk on water. We can walk through challenges. We can do amazing things with Jesus. I'm going to give you 2 things to do for next Sunday, for our Zoom call next week. There are only 2 little things, nothing big. Firstly, read over the few verses of Matthew 14 and see what you pick out from it. Note it down, pray about it, listen to what God is trying to say to you through these verses. And secondly, think about what you put your hope in, what you trust in. After reading those few verses again, I certainly know I need to readjust who I put my hope in each day. See you guys soon. Have an awesome week. Bye for now.